Get that out of the way and press the button there. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another live unboxing. This is the second one today. This time I'm going to be covering Golem, which I think is how you pronounce it, because I don't want to get anybody confused and think this is a game about Lord of the Rings, so I pronounce it Golem rather than Golem. But how do you pronounce it? Let me know. So this is the new game that came out, I believe, at Essen Spiel. Correct me if I'm wrong, was this a Kickstarter from Cranio Creations as well? I can't remember, but it was available at Essen Spiel. I'm going to try and pronounce the names. Apologies if I get this wrong, because it isn't just Simone Luciani, whose name I can pronounce. Virginio Gigli, Flaminia Brazzini. Now, this is an Italian collective. The Italian collective combine efforts and do lots of great games together. I can't remember if these three have worked together on a particular game before. But they've all done games before. I can't remember if the three of them have done games together. Anyway, unboxing video. 1 to 4 players, 13 plus, 2 hours it says on the box. And this is another where Paul lies, because I have already opened this up. I opened this up, I think, on the Friday night in the hotel at Essen. So I've already opened it up, had a look inside, and then put it all back in. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we got. This is quite a big box. You can see it's quite thick. And let's have a look what's inside. They were together in Grand Austria Hotel. Yes, Grand Austria Hotel was the game that I was trying to remember. So again, this might not be how you get it in the box, because, as I say, it's all been taken out and put back in. But lots of big chunky cardboard there. Marble tray. We have marbles. Marbles are good. We've got some wooden components. We've got some cards. And we have the box. We have the board. So let's get the box out of the way. Board first, as always. Oh, Lorenzo Il Magnifico as well. Right, okay. So those three did work together on Grand Austria Hotel. Great game. Lorenzo Il Magnifico. I've only played the digital version, but I did enjoy that. So we covered this game in our pre-Essen show. And one of the things that we were fairly vocal about was the art style for the game, because we've had a lot of really nice games coming out at Essen that visually are very appealing. And this one, on the surface of it, doesn't look very appealing. It actually looks better here than I thought it was going to when we saw the preview pictures. It looked really dull, bland, washed out colours, and it really didn't look good at all. Now that I'm seeing it here and looking at it on the camera, it is better than what I thought it was going to be. And the other thing is, the other games like Iki that I did an unboxing of earlier on looks visually very pretty. Bitoku looks visually very pretty. Maybe this is keeping within theme. Maybe the colours here and maybe the art style is more thematic. Does it look better in person than on camera? I'm looking at my screen there and it actually looks okay. So yeah, it looks okay. The main thing for me is it going to be functional? Because one of the downsides, if you go too far with a game and make it look pretty, it ends up distracting from the game itself and you end up having a harder time playing it because the board is so cluttered and whatever. So we don't know. I don't know. I haven't played it yet. I haven't even unboxed it, let alone played it. Luke Hector over at The Broken Meeple has played it. He's done a review video. So if you want to see what Luke thinks about it, Luke actually liked it more than most of us were expecting, because Luke doesn't like your beige, boring Euro games with tracks. And yet he played it and he said it's not bad, which means it's brilliant. So we've got a solo rulebook. Right, so this is 1 to 4 players, and we have a separate booklet for the Ultima. A good friend of mine, David Digby, worked on the rulebook, so I will be giving him my professional evaluation of it at some point. So this game is set in Prague in 1584, which is, for those interested, and why there is Hebrew characters on the front cover of the box, there is a reason why. But the creating the clay golems to basically help the people. I believe it was part of folklore in Prague and things like that. And when I went on holiday to Prague, we went to see a show, and I think the Golem was in it or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, never trust Luke's opinion, except there are exceptions. He's sometimes right. If he's watching this, he's going to kill me. Sometimes right. Okay, so one of the cool things about this game is the marbles, and I might put this together now. I don't know how long this is going to take to put together, but we have this, which is punching out. Is it punching out? Yeah, we have that. Maybe I won't put this together. No, I'm probably not going to put this together, but basically there is this contraption device thing which you will put, little building that you will put, and it will sit on here like this, and then you're going to drop marbles into the top, and then the marbles will come out of there and go into the different things. I think it's an action selection mechanism, but I've not read the rules of it yet. So how many people in the chat have played it? Oh, Brazzini always works with Jiggly. Right, okay. You think they're a couple? Or is that, hot news. Okay, punching these out. Punching out, okay. Right, other punch boards. We have this. I don't know what this is. This could be for the solo game, or it could be a separate board. No, it can't be for the solo game because we've got spaces for 3 and 4 players. I'm just going to punch out a few more components. Yeah, that's good. Tracks. For those of you who like tracks, this game has tracks. Look at those tracks. I don't know where those go, but we have tracks. We have quite a lot of punch boards. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 punch boards. These are shiny. Don't know if you can see on the camera. I'll try and get it. Yeah, so these are a bit shiny. Not a problem, but yeah, I think it's a choice that they have when they're producing games, whether to go for shiny or not. Yeah, so we got quite a lot of card with this game. I'm not going to punch out every component. I'm just going to punch out some of the little ones. Oh, this is nice. Just for those people who know me, if you're going to make coins with different denominations, have different sizes as well. And this is exactly what they've done. We've got 1s, 3s and 5s, and the 3s are bigger than the 1s and the 5s are bigger than the 3s. Same with the brick. We've got 5 brick and 1 brick. I assume they're brick, probably clay. But yeah, that gets my seal of approval on the components. More components, and then we have these. So, must be player boards because there's 4 of them. This for little fella. And, oh, we're going to punch his eyes out. Right, now what goes in there? That's interesting. So we've punched his eyes out, but I don't know why. So I'm going to actually have a look why we've punched his eyes out. I don't know. Do you put something in the eyes? I'm looking at the rule book. We've got lots of images in here, which is good. Lots of images, lots of examples, images in each section. Oh, marbles go in the eyes. Right. Okay. So that goes on the table, and you take one of the marbles. You must take it from the top. There you go. Marbles in the eyes. Okay, so there we go. So that's the player boards. Let's actually zoom in. Let's just have a closer look at the player board. There you go. So you can see, as I say, they've gone with this colour scheme, which, now who's the artist on the game? Is the artist on the front cover of the box? Or is it on the back? So the illustrations are Ausonia and Roberto Grasso. Now I don't know them, I don't know what else they've done, but I'm not going to be negative about the artwork. I am going to say that the artwork the colour scheme that they've gone with might be thematic for the time. Because it does, I mean, I don't mind it, to be honest. I don't mind this at all. But I know some people looking at this, as I say, when we've had really pretty games coming out recently, might look at this and go, oh, it looks a bit ugly. But yeah, I don't mind at all. Right, other components that we have. Standard stuff. We've got 4 player colours. We've got a kind of turquoise, we've got purple, we've got orange, and we've got grey. And we have little custom golems. which are quite cute. And then we've got people, and then we've got, oh, this is quite nice. Don't know what this is. That's quite a nice piece, like that. Looks like somebody with a hat. And we've got some discs, which presumably go on the tracks. And we also have what look like gold bars. So yeah, gold bars. Luke is here. Luke's in the chat. You can trust me. You can trust him explicitly. Yes, absolutely. Last thing to look at, I think, is the cards. We have some small cards with this game. I don't know if they're shuffled, so I don't know if they're going to need sleeving or not. There isn't one of those little things for me to open, so I'm just going to find some way of opening it without damaging the cards. Oh. It's the only way I can think of to open these. Okay. Come on. Here we go. Right. We are in. Let's get that out of the way. My marbles. Oh, I've lost my marbles. There you go. Stole somebody's joke. So, look like player reference cards with what looks like. So I'm going to guess here. I think this is the phase sequence. Game's divided into rounds, maybe. Each round is divided into 7 phases. This is what you do in the 7 phases, is my guess. End game scoring on the back is my guess. And then we have different types of cards. Some of these are probably solo cards. I don't know, but let's have a look at these ones first. So again, what we're looking at here is artwork, no artwork in terms of, you know, pictures or images or anything like that. We're just looking at clarity of graphic design. That to me looks fairly clear. We have icons, we have white and we have red. I'm assuming red is pay a cost. Lightning bolt means immediate, so pay one of those. Information on fairly clear, to be honest. Number of players, presumably in the top left. I guess this is how you set something up. You don't want to be looking at this during the game. But anyway, whatever those cards are. Is the stream stuck for anybody else? The stream is stuck. Oh yeah, hang on a minute. Right, okay. Right. How is that? Are we back? Hopefully we're back now. Don't know what that was. It's been a while since I've had any technical issues. So yeah, hopefully we're back now. Anyway, yes, I was talking about the cards and I was talking about the graphic design. So I was saying, yeah, the graphic design, I don't know what the 4 different colors are. And I was trying to work out what the cards did from the graphic design, with red being a cost and white being what you get, lightning bolt being immediate, but yeah, not quite sure. And I think the black cards are something different. Maybe end game scoring cards? I don't know. Then we were looking at these cards. And I think you use cards depending on the number of players in the game, so you only use that in a 4-player game. But again, don't know what these are, but with the amount of information on them, I'm hoping this is a kind of a setup instruction or something like that. I don't know. And then we'll go on to these. So we've got, I don't know what these cards are. I should look, actually. Let's have a look at what they're called. These are objective cards. Right, so if you achieve these objectives, you're going to get points at the end of the game, and more points for different types of objective cards. That's what that looks like. And then we have character cards. Now we have some artwork. Right, okay, so we got some character cards with some artwork on. 7 for rounds 1 to 3 and 5 for round 4. Okay, so there's 4 rounds in the game then. Okay, and again, iconography looks fairly clear. That doesn't look too cluttered to me. That looks like it spend 6 coins, get 4 points, minus 5 books. I don't know. Anyway, right, there's the cards, and that was it. So yeah, apologies for the technical issues, but it looks like it's working okay now, and we're pretty much finished. So when's this game going to get covered on the channel is a very good question. As I've mentioned in all of the other unboxing videos that I've done in the last week, and I've got I've got about 5 or 6 more unboxing videos to do next week. The plan for them all is the same. I will be covering these games on the channel at some point over the next couple of months. I don't know exactly when, and it might even be into January as well, because I have about 12 new games to cover on the channel, and obviously a limited time to do it in. So big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters for not only funding the channel. If you do like the content that I create, obviously give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. But yeah, please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/gaming rules. And it is my Patreon supporters that are casting their votes at the moment on which of the new games that I've had recently that they want to see covered on the channel first. And I am trying to use that as a guideline on which games to cover in what order. I've already covered Ark Nova on the channel. That has been done. Not saying I won't play it again. Bitoku is very high on the list. And I'm going to be doing probably Messina 1347 tomorrow. So this is also fairly high on the list as well. I do want to cover this one because a lot of people are playing it and saying it's really good. But that's it. I'm going to wrap things up now. I've got to go to a meeting with the hotel about GridCon. Speaking of GridCon, if you are coming to GridCon, this game is going to be in the Hot Games library. So you can borrow it and you can play it at GridCon if you are coming, but you need to book it out for a particular time slot. We're not just going to put it in the library so that anybody can borrow it. If you do want to borrow it, you have to ask for it in advance and book out a time slot. But yeah, it will be there at the GridCon Games library if you wanted to play it. And Luke's going to bring his copy as well if we ask nicely. It depends how you... Depends. I'm probably not going to get to play it, so it's other people. No, Luke's got a copy as well, so he might be bringing his copy. But anyway, we are all done. Thank you very much for watching. I will be back tomorrow with maybe another unboxing if I can squeeze another one in, but there will be a playthrough on the channel tomorrow night. I will announce that tomorrow morning. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Speak to you next time. Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppers.